guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kawila, and on this channel we want to be set, we want to discover ourselves, we want to empower ourselves, and we want to transform ourselves. For today's topic, we are going to be talking about grief, and we are going to be talking about how to cope with grief. And before we start, you have to know like what is grief. Grief is just like the physical and emotional ways that you deal with loss. So if you've lost a friend, you've lost a family member, you've lost a job, all those things, like the way that you respond to that is what we call grief. And we are going to look at how to cope with it. I'm not a professional in this, so I'm just sharing what I'm learning along the way. So let's get into it. The first thing you can do to cope with your grief is allowing yourself to feel. When you lose something, obviously you're going to start feeling different feelings, sadness, anger, you might even feel relief. And in the society, there is sometimes expectations. If someone has died or you've lost a job or something, there's an expectation of you should feel this way. So sometimes you might be, maybe you are celebrating something and you're feeling sad, oh, this person is not here. And then you start being told by someone, or even telling yourself, because you internalize these things, you start telling yourself, if they were here, they would, where they are, they wouldn't want me to feel this way. And then you are telling yourself, stop feeling that way, stop being sad, just be happy for the moments. But in that moment, if you are feeling sad, just sit down, feel your sadness, process it, see where it's coming from, and then you can move forward to the next one. Because if you numb the feelings, they will just keep them inside, and then they will come and explode at one point in time. So just feel your feelings and know that your feelings are valid. Whatever you are feeling, you are right to feel it. Whether it's, even if it's relief, you are right to feel, oh, thank God I lost that job, or thank God this person is not in pain anymore. Like, you can just feel relief. Don't force yourself to feel something that you are not feeling, or to stop feeling something you are feeling. Allow yourself to feel. Then number two is in conjunction to number one. Express your feelings in a healthy way. Like, in as much as you are feeling whatever you are feeling, express it in, find a healthy way to express it. If you are feeling anger, don't start going shouting on everybody you meet. You are just shouting and releasing your anger through that channel, shouting at people. No, go and look for healthy ways of releasing your feelings. You can write them down, you can practice some art, you can even go to the gym, or go and punch those things that people punch in the gym. So just look for a healthy way that will not affect your relationship with other people, and also will not affect your day-to-day activity. The other way you can cope with your grief is looking for support. Look for support for your friends or your family who like experienced the thing you are losing. Just talk to them. If you don't have anyone, you can look for groups like online. You can look for online club or a community of people who have gone through the same thing. Because sometimes you might express yourself to someone and they've not seen or experienced what you are experiencing, and they might like give you advice or tell you things which you might feel like kind of insensitive. So the best way to do is look for support through your friends who you actually share with what you are going through, and they know what you are going through and can advise you accordingly. Or your family, if it's something that affected the family. Or look for a community online that is based around your loss. And it's really good to talk to someone who understands, because when you talk to someone who understands, they're like, yeah, I get what you are feeling, and it's normal to feel that. You're not someone who will be like, hey, what is wrong with you? You just stop feeling that way and move on. And that's something that can't help you. So try and look for people who can understand what you are going through, because it is helpful. Because if they went through it before you, they can tell you, this is what I did to overcome that. And if it's someone who is going through with it at the same time as you can be like, okay, so how do we deal with this? And you can work together in the journey. And if it's someone who came later after you, you can tell them, you can advise them. And you know, the way you share, the more knowledge you share, the more you also learn. So another way that you can deal with grief is by taking care of yourself. Like grieving, losing something is not a light thing. It's not a real light thing, and it is really exhausting, whether it's mentally, like you can spend hours thinking about it, thinking how can I repair this, how can I go back to how things were. You get also physically tired, you know, some pain manifests physically. So take care of yourself, give yourself time. If it's sleep, make sure you sleep enough hours. Don't stay up all night just thinking, and then in the morning you can't function because you are tired and sleepy. If it's eating, make sure you are eating healthy. Eat well. Don't be, hey, you are crying, maybe it's in the funeral and you are crying, you start fainting. People are thinking you are fainting because you are trying, but it's because you've not eaten. Just make sure you eat well. If it's drugs, avoid addictive drugs or addictives, like things that you are going to be addicted to. Avoid them. Things that you are taking not to feel your feelings. Just feel your feelings and take care of yourself. If it's hygiene, taking a shower, just take a shower, take care of yourself. Make sure your room is clean. Make sure there is energy, not energy, but there's air getting through the windows, there's light. Go for walks so you don't like be in a dark place all the time. So just take care of yourself. Take really good care of yourself when you're grieving. Number 5 is seek professional help. When you're advertising like medicine like Panadol, you see them saying maumivu yakizidi muone daktari. So if you feel like coping with grief alone, you are not being able to do it, and you've tried all these other things, talking to other people, and they're not helping, and then also it is interfering with your daily life, just go look for a professional, maybe a therapist, and those kinds of professions who is centered around grief. Go and look for them, talk to them. That really helps because you'll be given advice that is according to what you are going through. Out here, when example me, if I'm giving you advice, I'll give you advice according to what I did, but maybe my experience is not the same as yours, and maybe that's why what you are being advised by everybody outside is not working. So going to see a professional will give you specialized treatment. Lastly, and the most important one, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Grieving takes time, and one person's time is not the same as the other person's time. Someone can take a month and they are over the loss, they've moved forward with their lives. Someone else might take a year, someone else might take 10 years. So be patient with yourself as you navigate all these emotions. And everybody who's gone through grief can tell you that grief is not linear. It's not like today you are in denial and then after 10 months you are in acceptance. No, today you might be in acceptance and then tomorrow something comes up and you're like, I cannot believe this happened. So allow yourself to go through those emotions at your own pace without getting without pressuring yourself to get over it. That is it for my video today. If you are watching this video, you've probably gone through some loss that you're trying to cope with. So I'm really sorry that you had to lose the person or the thing that you lost, and I really wish you all the best as you process your emotions, as you get through this transition. And I hope my tips have helped you or are going to help you in one way or another. And until next time, bye.